Welcome to Aswan. Aswan is a southern city on the Nile, nearly at the beginning of the Nile River, and it's a necessary stop for almost anyone interested in visiting the Abu Simbel temples. We got here early in the afternoon and we hired a boat to take us around and see everything there is to see while trying to stay cool because it's very hot right now. They said on the plane it was about 38 degrees Celsius, which I think is very hot. Our hotel tried to sell us a boat tour that was really expensive, and I knew from research that we could get a better rate, and we met someone just outside our hotel named Abdullah, who was a tour guide who offered us a much better rate for a boat tour. And I loved Abdullah because he was a born and raised local who could give us a true flavor of Aswan, and also because he treated us like we were longtime friends. Our first stop on the boat tour was the Aswan Botanical Gardens. After the Botanical Gardens, we headed south to the Nubian Village, and Abdullah took us into one of his friend's house where we could have tea, and his friend actually raised Nile crocodiles, and he had them in various sizes, including baby Nile crocodiles, and he encouraged us to hold one of the baby Nile crocodiles, which I thought was a bad idea right off the bat, but after a lot of peer pressure I gave in, and it was actually very cute. It's so cute. It was heavy, like a baby human, and I actually liked holding it, and it didn't bite me, which made it a better experience also.
Summer nights, flashing lights, and the DJ spinning, everybody out on the dance floor singing. Give me love and give me life. And the DJ spinning, everybody out on the dance floor singing. Hey, oh, way, oh. Some of them makes me feel alright. These are the best days of my life.
Our tour guide Abdullah told us that the Nile water that far up the river was very clean and fresh and actually improved your health. And Ahmed tried the water and he said it was good, and they were pressuring me to try the water, but I did not because I was afraid of brain parasites and I had stomach issues earlier in the day, and I just did not want to risk it. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I wish I were sleeping still, but we're waiting for a van to drive us for a few hours to Abu Simbel, and we can hear them warming up for the call to prayer. It's very ghouly at this hour in the morning. We just got finished going through the two temples. The first was the temple for Ramesses II. You can see the 4 figures displayed in front, one of which is broken from an earthquake. It shows Ramses at 4 stages of his life, from youngest to oldest, from left to right.
Ramses.
And inside there's different scenes. One was particularly interesting, was one where he's asking for fertility, even though he had over 100 children with his 80-something wives. And it has a scene of the fertility god, which looks really obviously like the fertility god. The next temple was the temple for Nefertari, his favorite of all his wives, a Nubian woman. And it was a little more simple. There weren't any rooms coming off the main corridor, and there wasn't a nice sort of temple to the gods at the very end like there was for Ramesses II. We realized when we were almost done with the first temple that you could actually pay for a ticket, 300 Egyptian pounds, which is about $15, to take video and pictures inside, but by the time we realized that, it was already full of people and it wasn't worth us to go back and try and do it because we have such a limited time here. So unfortunately, no video inside. We ended our trip to Aswan with some freshly grilled Nile fish, which our friend Abdullah was able to get for us. And it was very good. We actually had it twice, once after the boat tour and once at the end of our trip because it was that good. So that's it for our trip to Aswan and Abu Simbel. Our next stop is Luxor. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already, and hit the bell to get notifications when new videos are available. I have a few more videos about Egypt that I think you're gonna like. I'll see you soon. Bye!